Hey, so I haven't uploaded anything in ages, but repeatedly I keep getting told that I probably should do more. So here goes. It's a big week. I will start doing a lot more now. I feel like it's the right time. But I was having a conversation yesterday with some parents. I dropped my son off to a birthday party, and I was having a conversation with the parents there. And while having a conversation, I actually said something, and I guess I didn't really appreciate the extent of which this is accurate, or at least the level of which it will allow you to rethink things. So what I said was, the more you have, the less you are. Now, it's funny because what do we live for? We live to pay bills, we live to live, but we don't ever really live, do we? You know, the most that most people will ever come to live in is getting a holiday, going somewhere, for the most part. But we never really get to actually experience things, because for most of us it's work. Work's kind of the deciding factor for most things. Where you live and where you're going to move to, your work plays a massive part now. And I just feel like most people spend so much time focusing on work, because working equals money, and then that equals being able to have certain things that they perceive to be relevant and important. Now, the thing is, it's this whole word perception. People perceive these things that have value, so they do. And it's funny, because where do you get your perception of what value is? Where do you get your perception on what you should have? And where do you get the perception from that your life should be? All very fascinating things, especially when you start to look at things like advertising and the media and how that all works and where that all derived from, and the sort of styles and the psychology behind it. And you start to understand that maybe your perception of what living is could be completely inaccurate, just on the very nature that you've always been told and always been shown how your life should be. Do you really know how your life should be? Because for most of us, we do. We know inside. Most people don't like working. Mondays are one of the most hated days in the week. I mean, me personally, I love Mondays, but that's because I don't have a regular style job. But most people, that's the day they hate the most. It's funny enough, Monday's actually the most common days for heart attacks. I wonder why. You look at all the cases of anxiety and depression that stem from Monday mornings. The amount of anxiety that people feel. People not being able to actually have good sleeps on a Sunday evening because of the anxiety or the anxiousness to be at work on a Monday morning. So we all know inside that how we live isn't how we should live. We know this. This is why the holiday industry is so big. Because you need time away from all this, because you know it's not right. You know you shouldn't have to work like this. You know your life shouldn't be focused around work. You know that you should be able to enjoy more things of life. But for some reason, you get caught up, same as we all do. You get caught up in wanting the things of the world, not the things of life. Again, this is going back to what I said. The more you have, the less you are. You spend so much time trying to acquire the money, the financial resources in order to give you the things that it is that you want. So much so that you give up the time that you could utilize to actually get the things that you would need in life. The values, the relationships, the relationship values, the connection, the communication with people, the communication with the very place that you live in. It's fascinating how much people don't know anything about the world, don't know anything about the place that they actually live in. But they can tell you everything that happens with a celebrity for the last 5 years of them being famous. Now, I'm not making a judgment of that, I just find it interesting. I think you should always know where you live. But this stuff's not right, and we all know it. We all know it. Making this video was one of the hard things I've had to do for a very long time, because I just have to be completely and directly honest. There's no filter. You know, some people are not going to like it. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of seeing people being tired. I remember saying once, aren't you sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? Doesn't that sick and tired feeling make you sick and tired of itself? Do you not want to change from it? I mean, most of us do, right? You know, you might like what you do, but does that mean you still want to work and give your time and your energy? Always. I can't say that I know anyone that really does. I mean, I love what I do. I get to help people. I get to help them change their lives for the better. I help them get their lives back on track. I love what I do, but does that mean I like doing it over other things? Like learning more about where I am, who I am, what this world is, and how we're supposed to live? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Because why would we even do it? We only really do it for the money, right? I don't care how much you love what you do, because I love what I do, but we do it for the money mainly. Because if you weren't getting paid the money to do it, you wouldn't spend all your days doing it. You know, I work 6 days a week. Admittedly, I don't work full days and I don't work the traditional hours, but you know, we do it for the money. Let's not lie about it. I don't care if you enjoy it or not. I don't care if you're passionate about what you do or not. You're still doing it for the money. Because it's not to say that you wouldn't do it without the money. You probably just wouldn't do so much of it. And I genuinely feel that if you genuinely love what you do, then I feel that if you didn't have to do it for the money, that you would enjoy it even more so. Because I know when I'm helping people and I'm not on the clock, you know, it's not a paid hour. Sometimes it's really fun, just being able to help people and open up their minds and show them what is and how to do things and the difference it makes. That's fun. We need to stop being consumed by consumerism and realize that that's the drive. That's one of the biggest driving force to what's ruining us as people, as a species, as a collective mind. We've got it all so wrong. We've got it all so wrong. You know, there's a constant rat race, constant increase in depression. What are we not seeing here? How can we not see that this is not right? And we know it. We know to ourselves. You know it. I know it. We all know it. That this is not right. And who do we do it for? Well, yeah, we do it for ourselves, because if we don't have money, then where the hell do we live? How do we eat? How do we do anything? How would you survive, right? That's why you do it. You know what else that sounds like? Slavery. And before you go reading into that in the wrong way, I'm not taking back in either sides. We're all slaves. Okay? I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you were born. I don't care who your family are. Unless you're one of the elites, we're all slaves. So people need to stop getting that crap mixed up in their head. You know, this whole Black Lives Matter, no, all lives matter, no, you can't say that, it's all wrong. It's all crap. It's all crap. Stop splitting us all up. Stop segregating people. Start realizing that we're all in the same boat, regardless of what your belief is. You know, everybody that knows what they know it to be the truth of what they know, and that's it, right? Until you get proven differently. What else? I don't care. But we need to stop dividing. We need to stop fighting with ourselves and complaining with each other of the problems that we have, and realize that the puppeteers are playing a big, massive game, and we're just the puppets on the string. We're all in the same situation, man. We're all in exactly the same thing. We're all in the same rat race. We're all in exactly the same rat race. Stop wanting more. Start feeling more. Start being more. Actually, do you know what? That leads me into an interesting quote. I don't remember where I read it. read it somewhere. The quote was, if you want to be paid more, be worth more. Now that can be interpreted differently. That can mean, go and get educated and go and get more certificates to be worth more. Or that could just be, be more as a person. Have more depth to you. Have more meaning to you. Also, they say it's not how you die, it's how you live. So be more, and let's focus on getting more. More focus on being more. I think that would make a massive change to so many people. So many people. Just be more. Be more for you. Be more for those that you love. And be more if you want to stop this problem. If you want to try and help this issue that we're facing, which we all know the issues. The only way to stop it is to be more. I'll leave you with that. Don't want more to be less. Want more to be more. Guys, I hope this message reaches some of you, and I hope it makes you think about things differently. I hope to upload more things like this in the future, because we need to stop. We need to start seeing what's in front of us. And remember, nothing is as it seems. Nothing. Stop trusting blindly and start looking. Start really looking. Enjoy.